on it. Said if you want it, then you better speak up on it. 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 All right, we back. Tuesday Twist, fellas.
What's happening? What's
Going
happening?
down.
Yeah. Everybody excited that we in the building today. How y'all doing today? Can y'all hear me?
Had to fight through the crowd and have security so I can get in the building.
I know that's right. Shit. Fight through something. Hold on a second. I don't want to plug some stuff up here. I don't want no batteries look like they kind of low on some stuff around here.
Right.
Plug some stuff up before it all go black. All right. All right. So look, a couple things here. I was I'm gonna tell you guys like I was telling my partners here. On Wednesday, starting Wednesdays, we're going to have to do a Wealth Wednesday. We're gonna help some folks around here. That's what we initially started out to do. When I initially started this channel, was to give some people some game and help people so they can get out of debt. For one, if you are in debt, help you get out of debt. And if you're trying to build your credit, because if you look at the bottom of the screen, there's a little ticker down there, and there's a name down there, Conscience Creative Concession. That's my business, and that's what I do. I help people get out of debt. If you are in debt, I help people establish their credit, and I help you build business credit, and also start your LLC. If you haven't started an LLC, and you just get your LLC started for whatever you're trying to do, for whichever endeavors you're trying to accomplish in your life, we'll do that for you. I can help you do that. Now, of course, it ain't free, but because this is how I make my money. And I usually just do it by word of mouth, and that's been pretty prominent for me and pretty successful. But I can reach more people this way by using this platform. So I just thought that, and then also some of the resources I got some friends in some different places. DMAC himself help people with life insurance. And if you don't have life insurance, and we're in our 50s, and if you don't have life insurance by now, you need to get life insurance. Please get it, because it's not your family's responsibility to take care of you after you're gone. It's your responsibility while you're here to take care of that. Right? And a lot of times we always seem to think that, oh, I don't want to talk about that because you're not cursing nothing. Your time, it's already been. It's already been.
All
Yeah, hey, them numbers them already for you.
steps ahead.
Yeah, so
Hey, can I speak on something of what you just said?
yeah.
I hear this a lot from black families, so I don't know what other families do.
Mm-hmm.
We as black people, when someone dies, when mother or father passes away, we have to stop being ignorant assholes to each other, expecting something.
Mm-hmm.
You should when your parents pass away, you shouldn't expect shit. The only thing you should be doing is grieving and paying for the fucking services. Other than that, you shouldn't be in the kitchen in the living room arguing with your brothers and sisters and cousins and whoever else thinking you gonna get something. Or you think you deserve you don't deserve shit. Nobody deserves anything. You gotta go and work for your stuff. But I get so sick and tired, and I hear it a lot out of black families. Always wanting something. Wanting something. Don't want. Grieve the life of your loved one and stop looking for handouts at the end of the day.
And I get exactly what Troy's saying, but what we're going to talk about on these Wednesdays as well is wills and trusts, which will eliminate a lot of that bickering and arguing over stuff, uh, whatever that stuff is. If
Mm-hmm.
if you got elderly parents, and you in our age group and stuff like that, and you sit down with them and they don't have a will or a trust in place, uh, we're gonna talk to you about how to get that done for them, so that these things, that Chinaware that's been in the family for years, years, there's no arguing over it because it's written down of who it should go to or who the parent wants it to go to and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. Now, you might be you might be mad at your mama for leaving it to your brother, but God damn it, she said leave it to your brother. So guess who getting it? You know
Right.
what
Yeah,
I mean?
right.
So
It wasn't never yours to begin with.
it
Shit.
was
You know what
never
I'm
yours
saying?
to begin with. So we're gonna talk about those exactly those types of things and just how to protect because people don't understand when going into probate is deadly. Houses going into probate and stuff going into probate because they don't know where it's supposed to go, and you got siblings fighting and stuff over it. So we're gonna get into all of that and focus in on it so people can understand what to do, how to do it, and so that
There's no issues. Yeah, there's no issues.
always saying nothing. There's nothing uglier than a funeral and a wedding, boy. It'd be busting up some families, boy. People be having fits over
Fucking
funerals and weddings,
fits,
boy.
man.
It ain't no question, and most families, a lot of families go through that. You know what I'm saying? Because you, like Tampa was telling you before, like you feeling like you owed something because
You
there's people
entitled
on
to
you,
it,
and
yeah.
you're entitled to something, and you really ain't, and you shouldn't be expecting anything. You know what
No,
I'm saying? Only people think you should be expecting the things that you work for yourself, and that's what I want to help you get to a place. No matter how old you are, doesn't matter how old you are, and I want to help you get to a place to whereas you all you're concerned about is what you need to do for yourself. And then if you want to leave, we get in a position to where you want to leave something for your family and in your fortunate passing, that you'll have that for them. And it's done in the right way, in the right context. DMAC will help you with that so that there's no arguing, bickering over it. And
right,
because who you gonna be mad at? Because the person who's gone don't give a shit. You know what
right.
I'm saying? So, and we would just want to, we're gonna do that. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you like this. So,
Ease some
uh,
pains around here. That's what we're gonna do. We're
And
gonna ease some
and
pain.
case
yeah.
in point was if you look at what happened to when Prince passed away, and
Hmm.
even Aretha Franklin, they didn't leave any will or
Yeah,
anything.
James Brown too. They still arguing over his goddamn shit.
So
He's
yeah,
still in. He's still in. Yeah,
he still ain't buried because of
yeah.
it.
And then that was 2005.
Because the
He's
last I
still
heard,
in.
he was in the living room in the
Yeah,
casket.
I mean that's too much. No, he ain't in nobody's living room.
Yeah, that's
He
pretty
is
good too.
somebody. He's in somebody's frozen lockup, though. I mean, where they would have to keep you to preserve your body. But yeah, it's a shame that we're not immortal people.
No,
If some
no.
of y'all are unfortunate enough to be vampires and y'all gonna be around a while, then I get it. You don't need a will, you don't need a trust, you don't need a life insurance because your ass gonna be here. But but most of us are not in the situation where we're gonna walk this earth forever. So we we
Exactly.
gonna we gonna figure it out. We gonna make this so that it's not such a uh, taboo to talk about. We're going to talk about how to create generational wealth. How when you pass this down to your kids and you explain to them the importance of them doing it as well. You, you
Mhm.
gotta you gotta figure this, man. Uh, I'm gonna do the research on the percentages here, but most most millionaires are not made on your profession. Most millionaires are made on life insurance.
The bank.
The money being passed down to you
That's
from
right.
from from your elders. So and or giving you the jump start to become a millionaire and stuff like that. So you just got to understand that you can help your grandchildren become instant millionaires because you're going to pass away. It's
Hmm.
just a matter of when. And then what you do for them or do for your children uh, with that is really up to you and how you spend your money. So
And
we're
then
gonna
and don't forget to tell them, and this too. Just be a life insurance policy can be an investment as well. You can also, you know what I'm saying. You can also,
I'm gonna talk to you how to use it for your
yeah,
retirement.
Yeah,
fund.
you can use it for your retirement fund too. It's not just you just pouring into something and not being able to get something out. You can get something out of it too. You can borrow against some policies. You can borrow against, right? Uh,
Yeah, absolutely. You can borrow
mhm,
against them. You can use some of them for medical bills. You can
whatever.
use them. There's different types out there, and we'll go through each one and how you can use them and what they're good, what they're all good for. There's no bad life insurance. People don't get it twisted out there. People talking about that kind is a scam or it's a sham or whatever. That's bullshit. They're
Hmm.
all useful for what you want to use them for.
Yeah,
There's no
and because many of you ain't gonna outlive the life insurance policy. Y'all ain't gonna be 100 and some years old. Shit, maybe when y'all ain't gonna be that no way. So don't even worry about all that.
one thing people uh, the thing is I don't want to put my money it's wasting money type thing. Think about this, people. Think about this. If you have a $1 million policy on yourself, uh, I don't care when it is that you pass away. If you're putting the same amount of money into it over your lifetime, you will never put into it what's going to come out of it.
Absolutely,
You will never pay $1 million for $1 million policy.
absolutely.
So the just when you sign your name on the paper, you've invested well already. So
Hmm.
anyway,
And you want
well,
to get your kids in on life insurance policy as early as possible.
as soon as they come out the womb, you can get it for them.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the same thing. Share with you guys how to start IRA accounts for your children, right?
Absolutely,
And
we're gonna start.
get them in the game as soon as possible. Start establishing their credit. You can how to put them on, and get their credit being established, even though they're not using it. So by the
Right.
time when they come of age, they already be set. You right?
Yeah.
And I ain't trying to brag or boast, but I got about 60 some cards, revolving line of credit, over 200 some thousand dollars worth of revolving line of credit that I don't even use because all I use is my business
Right.
credit, right? So, and they're separate for those of you who don't know, right?
Yeah.
And just to prove, I got the American Express Platinum, and I ain't trying to brag or boast, and the gold, and the blue, and the
Right.
freedom. You know what I'm saying? Shit, and Chase, and the Navy Federal
and,
Platinum,
and you
Navy
know
Federal Platinum.
what
Uh,
them card
yeah,
those cards offer you what you've established for yourself.
yeah,
Uh, you've established credit, obviously, but you've also established the freedom to do whatever it is the fuck you want to do whenever
and
the fuck.
exactly. And I'm bougie, and I like to do what the fuck I want to do. It's as simple as that.
He
I
said
ain't
it
ashamed
right here
about.
on the
I
K
ain't.
show.
Hey, like you said, you can't be bougie if you don't have American Express. Okay, that's one for you. All right.
Yeah.
So that's one for your ass right there.
Wednesday's lessons, y'all tune in.
Yeah, we
You
gonna go off
know,
Wednesday.
advertise that a little more so it's more people on.
Yeah,
Try to get more people on here so we can.
and then we'll have y'all come so y'all can ask questions in the chat, and
Yeah,
I can answer some questions if and show you if you have debt how to get out of your debt, right? How to knock it down one by one, right, and build your credit at the same time and make things just a lot easier, and also how to create more uh, s- streamlines of wealth for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
income.
Yeah,
And
streams of income.
some of y'all who really need it, we're gonna show you how to fake your death. We're gonna get you
Pretty
out.
much, pretty
We're
much,
gonna get you out of
pretty
here.
much, pretty much. Because I'm telling you, and that's one of the number one killers of people, right?
Right.
Stress about income, stress about and you bill collectors calling your house and shit. You don't want to answer the phone, or you avoiding letters. I'm telling you, don't avoid letters. People, that's
Don't
how once I teach you, if you once you sign up and come with me, I'll teach you the game and teach you how to stay out of that. You won't have to worry about that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I
right.
don't want you to have to worry about creditors calling you and and all this other bullshit. I'll show you how to get to avoid all that bullshit. You know what I mean? I'll teach you the game. No problem. And once I teach you the game, you have the game. You'll have letters that I'll send to you that you can just, pretty much just,
Cut,
you know,
cut, sign your name
yeah,
to it, and send it
yeah,
out.
yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I'll tell you why it's important for you not to be typing shit and send it in there because eOscar, they just look at shit and they got a automatic thing that when you sit into these credit bureaus that when they see it and if it's typed in, they just automatically they don't even look at half that shit. But if you do something like write it with handwriting, shit, I had motherfuckers. I used to do shit with crayon just to make sure they read that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't tell me you ain't read my shit. You know what I mean? You can just put it through a computer. Computer ain't gonna recognize no crayon. You know what I'm talking
no,
about? Yeah,
you
I've
got
done it. I've even went that extreme before. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it's just a paper. It's just a numbers. It's just a numbers game and a paper game going back and forth. And you have to have the right terminology so that they recognize it and help you. Right. So we don't get in
absolutely.
that. So we'll do wealth. We'll start that on. We'll start Wednesday. Wealth Wednesdays or Wednesday. Well, however we want to, however we
Yeah,
deem to put that in place, and we'll
absolutely.
get started on that. So that's just something. And then I'll put DMAX information on the page and how you can contact him, get in contact with me, and how you can contact with me. DM me. You can go to TikTok, right? You can DM me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying, or DM us, and we'll get back with you and we'll help you out. And that's
Yeah,
where we're gonna go with that. All
then
right.
we'll in a few months we'll talk about some success stories.
Yeah,
Y'all
some
come on.
success stories. Right, right. Show you some.
Oh,
I
good.
always like to keep receipts, and then we
No,
also do stocks and shit.
no.
T him. You talking about the MJ? That's the one you want?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You can pull them.
Okay. 1 second. Anyways,
Um,
go ahead, D Mac.
let,
Talk about something.
real quick while you do that,
Mhm.
rest in peace, Jesse Jackson, uh, one of
Oh
the
man, I had that for I had that right cute
you
too.
know civil rights activists. Just one of the great men of our time. Passed away this morning, and may he rest in peace. And thank you for all you've done for everyone who knows and don't know what he's done. Do a little research
Google them.
and you know take a minute and say a prayer for his family and that sort of thing because he did so much for the black community all over the world.
Black and
Go
brown community.
back to the '60s too. So I mean, his legacy goes back a long way.
Absolutely.
Hey, Jesse ran for president, pre-
Yep.
back in the
Twice.
day, and he talked about how one of his famous speeches when he talked about and when the Reagan administration how they built missiles, but they didn't they didn't have nowhere to put them, and he made an analogy to where even the cowboys were smart enough when they made all those guns that they made holsters to put them in. You know what I'm saying? You know what
That's
I mean?
right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So
right.
that's one of his little famous little lines. Uh,
That's funny you say that because Maxine Waters made a comment about that. How he always had some type of saying.
mhm.
But it made you think though. Where he would say something, he'd be like, "Okay, okay," and he wake up the next morning and be like, "Now I get it. Now I get
Hey,
it."
do you think that because of the way he spoke, kind of turned some people away because it seemed like he was it always when Jesse was speaking, it always seemed like he was preaching, right? He always
Hmm.
had that kind of. Do you
Yeah,
think that might have turned
it
people?
did, but see, that's it did. We're gonna
I'm
answer
just
that
talking about like
question.
when he was running for president. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
but it shouldn't have. You know what I
mhm,
mean? Um, um, the it's a shame that when a man of God, which he was,
mhm,
when a man of God uh, speaks, he's criticized more than the asshole just talking crazy,
right,
right? Because see now they know where that word is coming from, and people are more afraid of that than than the Joe Blow because they know if if he up there preaching, and I ain't saying all preachers are, whatever, everybody got their opinions on that and stuff as well. But when the word is hitting you that way, it's scary to people.
Yeah.
It's scary to people. And yeah, I think he did, but he didn't know no other way to speak.
Yeah.
That's the way he spoke. He was anointed to do so. So when it come out, that's how it's gonna come out.
I always thought every time I heard Jesse, I always remembered Eddie Murphy. When he would he would impersonate Jesse Jackson. I said, man, and that's the cold thing right there. But I think that kind of probably turned a lot of people off, and that's probably the reason why people probably just didn't really take him serious. I think maybe because how he spoke, but that was him. That was his game.
You ever want to just, if you got a little time and you want to hear a cold speech, listen to his speech at the Democratic convention that year.
Mm-hmm.
He got it in, brother.
Yeah,
he got it. He got it in. Your patch is not big enough.
Not big enough.
That was his theme throughout. That was his theme that night.
Y'all hear us say that quite a bit, and that's where we get it from.
That's where we get that from. It was. We were young, and it stuck though. It stuck for years.
That and keep hope alive.
And it was funny.
Keep hope alive
because your patch is not big enough.
Yeah. What happened? What was it? I think something happened that I wanted to discuss in the news. Okay, so Tim, I'm trying to pull your photo up real fast here.
But why are you pulling it up? It's got a story about IMG Academy.
Which is my God! I got something to piggyback off that. Go ahead.
Okay, so IMG Academy has been fined $1.7 million by the U.S. Department of Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control for links to Mexican drug cartels.
Damn.
So apparently they said IMG allegedly worked with two people that were in the cartels. So
here's the thing, explain who IMG Academy is. Explain it.
IMG Academy is like what, a prep school? It's a prep high school.
Yeah.
And they seem to get all of the top 4 or 5-star football players from all across the United States. Everybody sends their kids there. Yeah. The kids get all the major big scholarships coming out. Yeah. And so they have, I guess they have like a campus facility where kids can live. Yeah. And all of that. So
it's almost like going to a college before you go to a college.
Right. And they have 2 football teams. They have their big football team that plays like Mater Dei and all those, all the big schools. But then they also have just a regular high school team that plays the local high schools as well.
So they have a local team and a traveling team. Okay. And your goal as a ball player is to make that traveling team, because that's you make that traveling team, you're going D1.
Yeah, that's automatic.
Now here's my thing about IMG. Now let's think about how football is today, or sports in general, where you got the NIL and the collective agreements going on, and you got kids transferring from one school to the next sometime every year, right? You have one guy that played on 5 different teams in 5 different years. You know what I'm saying? And or 4 different teams in 5 years, and I would just saying, if I was a coach, right, would I want to recruit from a school like IMG? And this is why I say it. Now I know that their players, like they supposed to be the elite players of high school or whatever, because people take their kids from all over the world and move their ass down there to Florida for them to attend this school because it's like a college setting, right?
Yeah.
But I just wonder, because if I look at, I'll just take a basis like Colorado. Every kid that they recruited from IMG is no longer there. They won and out. Even the walk-on left, right?
Mm-hmm.
and went somewhere else. So I'm like, what am I teaching my kid? Or why would I want kids that that leave their prospective areas from a good school that they're playing at to come all the way across state or wherever and come play for because that's the type of kid you're gonna get when you get. I believe when you get from what you get out of IMG, you're gonna get that type of kid who's not gonna be loyal to no one but themselves. Right? That's how I feel. And I would just rather stay away from that type of stuff because it's hard enough putting a team together, even though it's only one transfer portal now too. But
Yeah.
I would just be so worried that as soon as somebody offered this kid a bag, he gone. He out the door. You know what
So
I'm saying?
so I feel you. I feel you on that first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a I'm a devil's advocate that
Okay.
um there we're here in Southern California, and my grandson Dash, his coach has a school academy in this area called Laced Facts, and I will get him on here so he can talk about this very subject. He has done his due diligence. His name is Mike Evans. He has done his due diligence and networked his ass off to where he has a straight pipeline to IMG. Okay.
Okay.
So his academy goes up to I want to say eighth grade. I think
Mm-hmm.
it may be more than that, but he goes up to eighth grade, and he has sent I want to say 4 to 5 athletes
Mm-hmm.
straight to IMG from eighth grade to IMG. Their parents, he's gotten the parents on board. They sent their kids. Um, their kids are not have those kids that he sent there have not gone to any other high school first
Mm-hmm.
or any of that. IMG wanted these kids, and they went. Um, and the kids that he has sent there are are coming out um, this year. The first little batch is coming out this year and next year. Um, one of them, big lineman kid Pepe, he is going to SC. He's going to be their next big lineman recruit. He's the number one lineman coming out in his class.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's got two going to Georgia out of uh, out of this batch, one cornerback and one quarterback, and another one going somewhere else. My point is, um, yeah, some of them do leave their high schools to go to IMG and do it that way, but there are some that are going straight there and not leaving.
Yeah.
Um, but but to me, with what you're saying, as a coach, do you want to recruit those types of guys who go to different schools and all? Coaches now have to do their due diligence and do a little more um, background on these kids they're recruiting to see, because I'm like this. If I'm a coach and I know about a kid, and he's coming in his junior year, and he's balling, and then I go to his school, I read up, or I'm looking on his Instagram, and all of a sudden he's leaving. You know, give that kid a call if you're recruiting him. Hey, son, why are you leaving? Ask some damn questions. Now coaches have to do a little more background checking as well to see if this is the kind of character kid they want.
What I never understood about it and this was really early on as well. A lot of the kids that go there that play on the big team, they already have scholarships
Right.
to big name schools.
Right.
So what is it enhancing about IMG that's making, because the same schools that might look at you at IMG are the same schools that have been looking at you because these kids are already going. They're going to IMG, but they already got Georgia, Alabama, USC, all the big Ohio State. They're already there.
Well,
So I just never understood.
So-
With competition, I get.
it's not even
It's not even a competition.
people are leaving high schools for the same reason they leave colleges, because they want a championship. They want that recognition of a title. Whether and you go to IMG to play on that traveling squad, and that's because, again, like Troy said, they have a local team that plays in a division and a league and all of that stuff. That goes without saying. That traveling squad is strictly to try to get a national championship.
And I don't think they've
They've
pulled
not
pulled that off. They've always lost one or two games in a year, and they have not gone like totally undefeated that I know of. I'll look the records up, but
Right.
I don't think that they've won any of those mythical high school national titles. So
Yeah, that's all I was saying. I'm just saying that it's hard enough now to recruiting these goddamn kids. You got to recruit your goddamn kids over and over again. And just from my perspective, I'm like, look, if I got a kid that already got that mindset to try to go somewhere else to try to play for a team that he thinks is going to give him more of an opportunity to win, rather than I'm gonna go for the other kid because I don't want to have to deal with the headache, or I'm gonna try to lessen my chance. It might happen anyway, but I want to try to lessen the chances that would happen with a kid that gonna play just as good if I coach him up or whatever, and he's gonna be here for 2 or 3 years and then get out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's just a mindset.
Hey.
Anyways, TM, you ready to go?
yeah.
Okay, here you go.
So yeah, there's Mr. Michael Jordan, who celebrated a birthday a few days ago.
How old is he?
NASCAR team won the Daytona 500, which is one of the biggest NASCAR races. And I do believe that is the first time a black person that's owned a race team has won that. His driver was Tyler Reddick, who I believe drove the number 45 car, and he also on that team has the black dude Bubba Wallace, who I believe drives a 23 car. He actually came in 10th. So he had 2 top 10 finishes out of that. So hats off to Michael Jordan. Happy belated birthday for winning for pulling that off. That's a big feat.
How old is Michael Jordan now?
63.
63?
63.
Okay, Mike.
But I am a little concerned though, because, and this ain't the first time, but I'm looking at them eyes, that yellow, man, that doesn't look healthy to me. So I don't know. I'm not a doctor or didn't play one on television.
It might be the lighting though. Might be the light.
Okay, I'll go with that. If there's any nurses on here, please no.
I got jaundice, whatever that shit, whatever they call that shit. Yellow eyes.
One thing your liver will do is talk to you through the rest of your body.
Oh, there ain't no question about that.
So, I would tend to think, with him being a billionaire, that he would have the best medical stuff going on, but that ain't always true either. But happy birthday, congratulations to him, and go get checked out, brother. If you haven't, if you're not doing that, go get checked out.
Go get checked out. Absolutely. I'm gonna just do a little promo from my daughter here real fast. Just gonna take a little 37-second break, if y'all don't mind.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. There it is. All right, that'll do it. I just want to throw her in there real fast. Y'all go subscribe to her channel.
Man, she look like your mama so much.
She do look like my mama for real too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she do. That's my mama little protege right there. Yeah. So, So what else we got on the clock today? Are we right there at that time limit, D-Mac? What you got for them today?
All right. My time, my time. All right. So here's my thought of the day. It's more of a statement. My thought. I refuse to speculate the reasons behind the ignorant acts of another.
Damn.
Say it again. I refuse to speculate the reasons behind the ignorant acts of another. What I mean by that is, don't ask me what he was trying to do and what he was trying to say when he did. I wonder why he did that. I'm not trying to figure out somebody's dumbass acts. I'm not gonna do it. He did it. Ask that motherfucker. I don't know. I'm not speaking for him. I ain't
Oh man. Oh man. Tell y'all, man, y'all just hold. Hey, y'all need to get a
know
pencil
the
and
way.
paper. Y'all know the time be coming up when he gonna give his thought of the day. Shit.
Right.
I'll
I
start
just
putting this
can't.
shit in the book and selling the book, brother. You
Yeah,
know what
man.
I'm
It's coming, brother. It's coming.
saying?
I'm uh I'm doing getting through the publishing parts and all of that, and yeah, we getting there.
So tomorrow is Wednesday, Thursday. So Friday, um, remember, you got the fight between Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios coming up this Saturday on the Zone. Um, that's gonna be a hell of a fight. It's gonna be a good fight. So good fight card coming up this week. All right. So
Sir.
y'all don't forget about that. Freedom Friday, I'm gonna have a little special guest for us. All right.
Okay. All
Yeah.
good.
I got a little special guest coming out. I'm trying to book another person too. Uh, and he know who he is. If he don't coming back, I'm gonna slap shell. Um, and he know what I'm talking to. You know what I'm talking
Know
to
who
you.
he is.
Anyway, so I'm trying to get a special guest for us on Friday, man. And y'all be interested in seeing it. And then I'll let him tell you some of the stuff he got going on and put his little social handle out there. So get him some followers going too. You know what I'm saying? We'll run it that way. But anyways, man, this is the Kai and K show where we speak up on it Monday through Friday, and we're gonna push the time back to like 6:30 because our basketball analyst will be coming on board Jamal. I know y'all like Jamal. Jamal give y'all the pick and make y'all some money in that college basketball. So we're gonna start getting him on there too. And he said he'll be in a week. So get him a week, he'll be on. So he'll be up
Okay.
March Madness coming around. Right?
All good. Work.
All right, fellas. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
We out.
Be good out there, folks.